Hey y'all, hey. Hi, my name is Lysandra. I'm just kind of coming on here, gonna do a little bit of a video, quick video to share with you guys, me, to share with you my testimony and what I've been able to do in the past few years and the how and the why. My name is Lysandra, 35-year-old, so what I would say educated, someone would describe me as an educated woman, an MBA grad with two beautiful children, two beautiful girls who live at home with me. I have a son that I raised his whole life. He lives with his father. It's just, and I have a wonderful jewelry hustle, so to say, that has allowed me so much more than I was ever able to achieve prior to starting this business. So, if you didn't already, based on what I said about the two children and the son not at home, you're able to hear that I am a single mom. I'm a single mom. That happened, back in, over 5 years ago now. So I've been on my own raising these children, and they're beautiful. God bless. Thank God. So I raised these children by myself, and after getting the divorce, I really wanted something for myself. I really wanted something that was all me, like that I can say I did it with no crutch, right? No family around. I live in Florida in a state all by myself without family close. And I just really needed something that was me, only me, would keep me busy, and keep my mind in a positive space after divorce, right? Because it could be tough. It is tough. So I decided to embark on the journey of starting my MBA. I started my MBA, and it was tough. I mean, I had toddlers, right? I had babies, and sleeping nights and working at night and doing all that was not easy, but I did it. When my jewelry business, let me just say this before I go into the business and why I joined. So I finished my MBA. I did it 2 years, no break. I took no break. I mean, exhausted. It was exhausting, but I did it. So proud of myself. It was like amazing. It was great, and I had it in my mind that because I obtained my MBA, I would get a significant raise at work, or that I would be, given another opportunity, or a promotion or another position or whatever. I thought my position would change, right? Or the opportunity would change. That didn't happen. And this struggling single mom, was still not making ends meet all the time. I mean, sometimes it was, what meal can I sacrifice today for my, but not the kids. Sacrifice. I would sacrifice, right? What groceries can we live without? We can't go to the movies or out to eat the restaurants too often, theme parks, whatever. It was just it was just hard. Of course, time was always lacking too, right? Because of life, right? But money, at the end of the day, finance is what were truly lacking in my life in order for me to really take the next step to giving my daughters the life that that I want for them and that I thought that they deserved. All children deserve the best. But you know that when you have any control over it, and if it's your children, you want like the utmost, right, for them. And I wanted that, but I knew that I wasn't going to be able to obtain those things without something more. So I got my bachelor's, and I busted my butt to get it. Waited a year for the opportunity, the raise, the different position, the open opportunity, all that. Nothing came. I worked that hard, obtained a higher degree than most people in the office, and still nothing. So I was like, you know what? I have a friend, a wonderful, longtime friend of mine who was like a sister to me. And she was like, you did your MBA. with kids, girl, and single, you can rock this. And I was like, you know what? I thought about it. I contemplated everything, and I was like, I totally can. I embarked on this jewelry business, and it absolutely changed everything for me. Everything. I started to increase in ways, increase in my vision, increase in my circumstances, increase in my finances, increase in my thought processes. Just, there was tons of things that I didn't see before that I started to see through everything, through the trainings, through the learning, through the experiences, through the overflow that kept coming into my home. So now that you know everything and why, right? I wanted more for my kids. I want a home for my kids. I wanted a savings account for my kids. I wanted a retirement plan for me. I wanted all these things. Got my MBA, worked super hard, worked full time, got my MBA, single, no assistance, no help, and still did it in 2 straight years, no breaks. So I did that, and I start this business and embark on this on my jewelry business, and that's what gave me the increase that I needed, the increase that my family needed, the increase that that we needed in order to begin saving for a home. Now, instead of going and splurging, now every once in a while we were like, oh, we can eat out today. Now that I have the money, we could go watch a movie. Now that we have a little bit of money extra, once in a while we did do some things that were like, enjoying it, right? And we all deserve that. So we did that. Every once in a while I dip into my money and I would use some things to enjoy it, right? Enjoy the ride. Never forget, just enjoy it a little bit, right? But I wanted to save. The predominant reason, the primary reason, the most important reason behind all of my efforts was to give my children a childhood memories of them living in an actual home. Now, I'm a project girl. I don't know if you know what the projects are. If you don't, it's big, tall, 14-floor, 24-floor buildings that were not in the best condition. I mean, probably the worst conditions you can possibly think of, right? Peeling paint, mold, muggy, humid, stinky, pee in the elevators, pee in the stairways. It was just so much, right? Too much information. But that's where I come from. Now, that's not what my kids had. We were living in a wonderful 4-bedroom apartment. But I wanted them to live in a home. I wanted them to have some childhood memories in a home. Something that I wanted for them what I didn't have. So I started saving for a house. My jewelry hustle, fast forward to 2.5 years later since I started, just a few months ago, I was able to put a major down payment on a home, and we got it. We got it. We have our first home as a family, on one income, with my jewelry hustle, single, no co-signer, nothing, no joint income, nothing. Me, my babies have our own 5-bedroom house with 3 bathrooms and a pool. Even as I say that, I think almost every time I've said that and I hear myself say that, I get really emotional. So, because it's just surreal, man. It's surreal. We did it, and we live there now. We have a beautiful car and a home. Small but mighty, I call it. But a huge accomplishment. And I say this as a testimony to anybody out there who is saying to themselves, I can't do this because it's only me. You can. If you're out there and you're saying to yourself, I can't do this because I'm in school, you can. If you're out there and you're saying, I can't do this because I don't have family support or friend support, you can. If you're out there and you're saying that I am a single mom with no co-parenting support, like me, you're 24/7 mom, and you think that it's almost impossible to add anything else to your plate, you can. If you have a heavy load and it's a lot, you can. I'm telling you from experience, just from my own journey, in that those were all circumstances for me that did not deter me from focusing on my jewelry business so that I can provide the life that I saw for my children, that I dreamed of for my children. Okay? I did it despite all of that. I did it despite the times that I buckled and missed it. I did it despite the fact that sometimes I took some shots and missed it. I did it despite the fact that I sometimes did a play. I like sports. I did a gameplay, but the gameplay didn't work. I did it despite the fact that my body was telling me no, but my heart was saying, oh my gosh, yes. Right? Sometimes your body, right? It's like it hurts. It just hurts. I did it despite all that. I did it despite illnesses. I did it despite, the circumstances. I did it despite the fact that there were times where I had, negative 100 in the bank account. I did it despite the fact that we had to make changes in our groceries to make ends meet. I did it despite the fact that every circumstances that was laid out, every road that I took may have, landed me in a position where I lacked. I did it despite the fact that people said I shouldn't. I did it despite the fact that there were challenges, and I did it despite the fact that I was tired. Because the dream was bigger. The life I saw for my children was my priority. That if there was anything that I was going to leave behind, it was going to be debt-free. They weren't going to be, inheriting my debt. And it was going to be a home. They were going to have a home to call their own. That if God decided it was time, they were going to have that. And over my, so to say, when they say over my dead body, like over my tired body, I was going to do it. So if this is you and you're saying to yourself, I don't know, just give your dream a shot. Dream again. Have that childlike faith. Go for it. Go for it. Because you can. Now, God bless you. My name is Lysandra. I enjoyed having this testimony time with you. And go rock that life of yours.